one of our annual events, which is our Export into China evening. Delighted to have it here again at the Oriental Garden in Swansea Marina. I'm delighted also to have two excellent speakers this evening. One was Paul Greenwood. Paul is with Teddington Engineered Solutions Limited, and he was giving us some tips on how to trade with China and using his experience of trading with China over the last 4 or 5 years. But also we had Michael Thomas of the China-Britain Business Council, and they deal with many exporters from the UK who deal with China, and he was trying to give a bit of an overview, I think, on the strategic issues involved with exporting to that country, and also again some useful contact points such as UK Trade Investment and such as the China-Britain Business Council themselves, where people can get really good advice and will really help them in trying to break into that particular market.
There are opportunities in many sectors. It's just being focused on what it is you want to get out of doing business with China and concentrating on certain areas. The country is enormous. You'll never ever take on the whole place in one go. Focus on one particular area, but do your research first and make sure you're going in the right areas. The most successful small and medium-sized British companies tend to have a niche product, something that the Chinese can't make themselves or can't yet make themselves. If you're talking about widgets, they can make them by the million, and there are probably a million companies making them. Anything that is simply engineered, they can do it, and do it for a lot cheaper than anybody in this country can do it. But if you have a niche product, they don't do it, there may well be opportunities there for you. Preparation is important. It's very important that you make sure you're going to the right place, you're in the right area. Research where you're going to go. You can't just approach it on a wing and a prayer. You'll not be successful if you do that. Learn the culture of doing business with the Chinese. Understand the way that they think, and then you should be okay.
We use agents an awful lot in China. In a lot of markets we'll deal direct, but in China it helps to have an agent. And it's not so much the distance, it's the cultural thing. A lot of people in China don't speak great English, so you need a lot of interpretation. Culturally, business is done there very differently, and agents are just well positioned, usually have worked within the industry that they represent as well, and so they're well connected. And you know, it's all about relationships in China. And these guys, if you get the right agent, they've got the right relationships. And if we get a good relationship with our agent, then it gets us in with the companies there. Initially, there's an awful lot of traveling over there. Once things get established, once a year is probably sufficient. But you know, again, it depends. If there's problems or if there's opportunities, then yeah, you'll go more often.
So if there was a company wanting to start trading with China tomorrow, what advice would you give them?
Well, be absolutely certain that you've got a market there, because it is a tough one to crack. If you think you can compete on price, chances are you can't. So you've got to have something that's very niche, very unique to your particular company, your particular product that won't be there already. And then I would have to say you've got to be willing to invest that time and money. There are easier markets to crack, and very often I think I would probably point people to other easier markets, but the potential of China is so huge that that's the payoff. And in that respect, if it's the 1.3 billion people that you want to hit, then obviously it's worth putting in the extra effort for that.